Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. Today I want to talk about the potential starters, or maybe your starter, for the upcoming early access of Path of Exile 2 starting on the 6th of December. And no, this is not going to be the kind of video where I'm like, hey, here's my PUB, here is my leveling trees, here is the early gem setup going into mid-game, into like late game, like campaign stuff. You know, these are the early uniques that you want to use. Because all of these things, absolutely nobody has a clue. There has been a few selected content creators, sorry, that were able to play POE2 in Los Angeles and certain events, I think like Gamescom and stuff, but in the end of the day, all these people just played a little bit of the campaign, maybe one or few selected characters. So if you're wondering what's going to be the strong leveling uniques and stuff like that, absolutely nobody has a clue. I think that is very, very good because other games showed, for example, Diablo 4 is like the prime example, right? There has been content creators that were able to play Diablo 4 for like a month or even longer than that and could already kind of like solve the game. So they already knew what's going to be good and so on and so forth. None of that will exist in Path of Exile 2. And this video should more likely serve as a purpose of giving you maybe like a different mindset in going into the Path of Exile 2. So personally, as I said, really like that kind of like going in completely blind, because even if you have like me, for example, 15,000 hours in Path of Exile 1, not a lot is going to help you in a Path of Exile 2, especially when it comes to the character selection as well as the, what you're supposed to do, because we don't even know anything about the, let's say, the scaling aspect. For example, Righteous Fire, one of the most fan favorite builds of POE1. We know that there is going to be Righteous Fire in Path of Exile 2, but you know, who tells you or who says that this is actually going to be a good skill in POE2? Because, you know, scaling-wise, there is no balance patches, no patch manifesto or whatsoever. Maybe we're going to get some bits and pieces, but I highly doubt that. Kat, do you know which place you're going to take now? Or I'm trying to record a video here, but yeah, it's fine. So I want to say with that, just because a skill is good in POE1 doesn't necessarily mean this skill is going to be good in POE2 as well. Me, for example, I'm somebody, I always pick specs and classes and ascendancies based on, I wouldn't necessarily say the fantasy, but more or less like how cool does it look like, right? So my personal pick when I saw the announcement trailer was definitely Infernalist, Hellcaller, Pet Ignite, Demon Lady, something, you know, because goddamn that this looks insanely cool, and this is exactly what I'm after. If something looks interesting and cool, I'm gonna pick that. Maybe it's going to be the strongest build of the entire season, or league, or early access, whatever. It's might gonna be the worst build, you know? I don't even know which kind of, like, uniques are going to be there, or what kind of, like, skills you want to pair up to get the most out of it, how to even sustain the demon form. But these are the things that I'm really looking forward to try out. If you're still unsecure what kind of, like, builds or what you should do, it's basically you just ask yourself, do you feel like playing a melee build and go with a warrior? You know, do you feel like going a minion build, go with the necromancer or whatever ascendancies they're gonna have for the minion specific types? The same thing with the skill tree, right? I saw a lot of similarities from the new skill tree to the old one. For example, certain positionings on the witch side, the lightning, fire, cold cluster, and so on, they are gonna be there in POE2. So I think, even though it's completely revamped skill tree, basically, I still think there's going to be a lot of similarities from the original Path of Exile 1 skill tree. So I would definitely suggest you just go jump right into it and just pick whatever you think is cool, because it might be the best build that you maybe ever played, or even the best build of the entire early access, or it's going to be the worst. Nobody knows. Just pick and play whatever skill you like, just to have this like mindset and try to just have fun. And if you're stuck, there is always a lot of like content creators, good and bad content creators, that you can follow that maybe help you out. For example, you want to start a mercenary, maybe pick a content creator that is also the starting mercenary, because the good thing about content creators is they usually play a freak ton of time, and we talk about like 15 hours a day or something, right, for the first month straight. So they're probably going to be further than you and maybe ran into issues and solved those issues already. Up to this part where you'll maybe be stuck, so you can ask those questions. And I don't want to name any content creators. We're going to have lots of new content creators and stuff like that. But I think it's always valuable to follow somebody that you like and that is playing the same build as you do, right? Just so, you know, gets maybe a little bit easier. But who knows? Who knows? I'm definitely looking very forward to the release. I'm going to stream like every day anyways, like I'm used to, and as I said, I'm gonna pick the Demon Lady just because it looks freaking cool, and I love Ignite. I personally don't even know if Ignite's gonna be a good thing in POE2. Like, you know, there's gonna be so much crazy things, there's gonna be bugs, there's gonna be everything. We're gonna have to wait for the first balance patches, but I think it's very, very exciting, and I hope you have... yeah, you can share this kind of mindset of just going blindly, because in the end of the day, you can only play the campaign for the first time only once, right? So even though back in the days when I started POE1, I had like over 100 deaths on my Cyclone, Marauder, whatever it was, right? The first character that I played, I took like 40 hours to even finish the campaign. I had over 100 deaths, but I enjoyed every single death of it, or level of it, or, you know, the experience itself, because this is, you can only play it for the first time only one time, right? So take the best out of it, just pick whatever you feel like is cool, and then just go with the flow. And I wish everybody, hopefully, a wonderful start into the early access. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.